Any updates on Carter?
He's set to go.
Set to go?
Yep.
Okay, great. And forwards, lineup changes, anything else to notable?
Brink comes out, Palin goes in, Zamula comes out, and Mete goes in.
Obviously, you said it last night, a lot of scoring chances. I know you guys have had some time to digest them. Is it just a matter of, again, you talked about some little things defensively to tune up for tonight?
Yeah, I don't want us to change our mindset as far as attacking. These are situations when you start giving up some. You got to be really careful in overcoaching it, because I want to keep us attacking offensively. And so there's a couple of things it's just anticipating quicker when we don't have the puck to get into the right position, and I think we'll be able to cure that.
How do you come off a game where you score 6 goals and now you're facing a team that shut out you the last time? How do you kind of bring that about to the room and discuss maybe?
I don't. We're going to, we have some corrections as far as what we went through last night. Have a lot of good things as far as what happened last night. We just go play another hockey game. Much better team, much stiffer defensively. They're rolling. So respect them, and we do, but just worry about ourselves and try to play the best we can on both sides of the puck.
What are you expecting to see from Victor today? It's his debut, I believe.
Yeah. Just had a baby. Been wanting to get him in. I think it's good when you have a couple kids, and Bobby and Z have had some ups and downs. Part of the process for them is to watch a game. We're in a back-to-back situation. It's good timing to put some fresh legs in. Mete had a really good camp, kind of was off the radar for me when camp started. Can move the puck, has played in the league for a bit. I think he's going to bring us some energy. I think that when Pales is out, we miss his skating. We miss his length and we miss his skating. So he'll add something to us. He's going to be put into more maybe of an offensive role, not playing in between D'Lo and Garney. So we'll see where we go. Definitely a good time to get some fresh legs in.
This may be a little technical, but San Jose's first power play goal comes on a situation yesterday where it was 4-on-4, then it goes into 5-on-4, and it looked like a little scrambly to cover it. Is it more difficult to jump into a penalty kill situation on the fly than it is to stop the game and then start it?
It's a great question, because we showed some tape on that just the other day, because there were so many disjointed plays from special teams to 5-on-5 throughout that whole San Jose game. And Shawzy showed a few clips on this as far as your readiness to know what the situation is. And hard to do sometimes. It's incumbent upon the coaches to get the right personnel out there too when you're kind of in between in these things. So it's something we went over the other day, but it doesn't happen a lot, right? It just seemed like every other minute in the San Jose game we were doing one or the other. So it put us in some situations that gave us an opportunity to teach.
I talked to Ken Hitchcock the other day, and
Who?
Ken Hitchcock.
Hitch, yeah.
And obviously, Game 7 against you guys in 2004.
We won.
Yeah, I know you won, but I was just curious, like from your side of things. He talked a lot about how they had no defense, and they had to play like Mark Recchi at defense, and they had to play Sammy Kapanen at defense. And what was your recollection going
Tell
against
him
that?
to stop making excuses, first of all. But where that series, obviously the big injury there was Desjardins. He was such a good player. When you get into those playoff series, you try to, as little as we do, in my philosophy, as little as we do during the regular season, really worry about the other team, just worry about ourselves. Playoffs, it's another situation. You're playing that team for 2 weeks, and you try to look at some of the tendencies and some of the areas that you get to them. It was a big part of our meetings was trying to attack that position because they were banged up. It brings back, man, it's a long time ago. So.
What do you remember?
I'm not sure if I'm answering your
No,
questions.
you're
I'm just
good.
kind of reminiscing here.
What was it like coaching against him? Was it like a chess match? Was it
Hitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hitch. Yeah, he's a very good coach. Good friend of mine. One of the more I look at Bradshaw, who I have here, and I look at Ken Hitchcock, two of the most interesting hockey minds that I've been around. Very detailed, very intelligent. I have a tremendous respect for him. He's done it a lot of different ways. He's a great teacher. That's the way I look at him. I was a young coach coming into the league, and I seeked him out at some of our coaches association things and at the draft just to ask some questions. So I learned a ton from him, and yeah, he's missed in the game. He's a different dude. He's missed in our game, and I wish him the best.
He talked a lot about how he doesn't gauge a season by wins and losses necessarily. He gauges it by the chemistry and the room itself. And is that how you kind of see things a little bit?
It's a big part of coaching is when you're coaching your team through the year and all through it all. Results end after 60 minutes or 65 minutes. But as a coach, you got to be coaching what your team's playing like, what your room is like. So I totally agree with him. It's managing your team all through the year as far as where your team's at. And do you kick them? Do you hug them? Do you leave them alone? That's a huge part of coaching when you go through a long year.